going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Memories here today, where I will be sharing my little short story of the ultimate Dragon Ball Z Budokai tournament held in my house. Now, before we get started, guys, gameplay was brought to you in part by Black Ops 3, so I will never forget this. It was very vivid to me, and this tournament was actually held at one of my birthdays, and pretty much everyone in the house was set up for the Dragon Ball tournament on the PS2. We were playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2, and since there was no online mode during that time, we were playing split screen, and I'll never forget, like, everybody was set up in my house. We had myself, Boris, Nick, Bronco, Camille, Robert, Milton, Mikey, Steven, Michelle, and Melina. I'll never forget those faces because those were the people that were in my house, and seemingly we started off as a decent tournament, ended off in one giant fight. So I pretty much won the first half of the tournament. I actually won via using Imperfect Cell, and I was very happy because not everyone competed, but then once everyone started competing and everyone was lined up for the tournament, we actually wrote down names on a piece of loose leaf, and we were just like, alright, well, this person's gonna fight this person, that person's gonna fight that person, and pretty much like what turned out to be a Dragon Ball Z tournament ended off in like one giant fight. I mean, I'll never forget how during one of the battles between the brothers Nick and Bronco, they ended up fighting during their battle because I remember they agreed not to use split screen cheating and stuff, and they were obviously cheating against one another, so they pretty much ended up like dropping their controllers and like fighting around that like the bedroom and stuff. And I remember it got really ugly because obviously one of them was cheating, I forgot which one, and they ended up just coming to blows, and we had to break it up, and they ended up resolving their issue. They ended up battling, and one lost, the other won. And the person that lost, I believe it was Bronco, he was very pissed. And as we kept advancing towards the tournament, you know, people started getting frustrated with one another. Oh, you can't use split screen cheating and stuff. Because back in the day, like, that was like the golden rule, like, don't use split screen for cheating. But never, then again, looking back on it now, like, there was really no point of split screen cheating because it never really got you anywhere. But I'll never forget, like, my friend Mikey and Steven, they ended up playing, and one of them lost. And I remember, like, the loser, I think it was Mikey, he got really pissed off. And then, like, legit, him and Steven threw down, and they fought. And I'll never forget, like, one person slammed the other on my bed, and my bed broke. But that was before she found out because there was still ruckus going on in the room, and people took that game very serious. I mean, I remember I used to take it very serious too, but we used to fight over like every little thing. I remember my friend slapped his sister one time just because she was winning. I mean, she didn't win the fight, she was winning, and then he ended up just like smacking her like during the middle of the fight. She ended up dropping the controller and like running away and crying and stuff. I remember he was there, he was just like, oh, I win, whatever. Like, it was a very cheap move. At the time we were all laughing because we didn't know any better, but still. And I remember like every single time we got on the controllers and we would select, you know, who would pair up against who, there would always be like some sort of drama because of either somebody using the Kamehameha wave too much, someone's using like the same move over and over again, some people are split screen cheating. And I don't know if you guys remember, like back in the day we used to like grab each other's controllers and like try to like muffle around with the analog stick so they can like, you know, fuck up and stuff. And people used to do that a lot. People used to like disconnect each other's controllers from like the PS2, and that used to spark like giant cataclysmic like fights in my house. And I'll never forget one instance. I actually had a fight with my friend Boris because he was winning, but he was only winning because he kept like trying to move my analog stick. Like, he would stick his hand out and like try to fuck me up, and it worked a few times, and then one time he did it and it just completely set me off. And I forgot which character I was using. I think I was supposed to use a finish, and he moved out the way, and he actually, you know, used his hand to like move my analog stick, so I fucked up completely. And I remember we ended up fighting, and I'm telling you, like, we used to fight so much in my house, like over the stupidest things, like whether it be a Dragon Ball Z tournament, whether it be a WWE Shut Your Mouth tournament and stuff, whatever the case may be, we used to fight so much. And I remember we just used to go Super Saiyan on each other, like legit. And I miss those days because that was like a much simpler time to where you can just go on ahead and be a kid, enjoy, have an imagination, play with your friends, even though sometimes, you know, outbursts and fights would break out, but that was just a part of growing up and being a child, you know. And so every single time I used to host these Dragon Ball tournaments in my house, I'm telling you all right now, like, it used to result in such chaos because, first and foremost, nobody would listen. Secondly, everyone would just fight and bicker over split screen, over characters. Oh, you can't use Broly, you can't use Trunks, you can't use Piccolo. It was always, like, down to, like, using Gohan, Goku, and stuff. And sometimes people didn't really give a shit. They were just like, alright, you know what? I'm gonna select Broly, I'm gonna select whoever the fuck I want because that's what I want to roll with. And those were, like, the days, those were the days where people can just, like, enjoy. And I'll never forget, like, my birthday, especially, like, that one birthday where everyone came over and we had the giant, well, like the largest Dragon Ball tournament ever, but in result people were like smacking each other and stuff like that, like people were like dumping each other on my bed, and my bed frame broke because we kept slamming each other over and over again, like even during the middle of the fight. I remember one time, like the fight literally began and maybe like 5 seconds later, like one kid would drop the controller controller and like sweet chin music kicked some like other kid in the face because he didn't want him to win. It was just insanity. It was Dragon Ball madness. So let me know down below, guys, if you guys have any crazy birthday stories that you guys want to go on ahead and share alongside with me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little short story. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe, share this video everywhere, guys. If you guys enjoyed, if you guys want to listen to more stories, smash that like button, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Tune in for more, guys, and I'll be seeing you all in the next Memories episode. Take it easy, guys. Peace.